That's a triple, not a Tetris, but that is a Tetris. 1.2 million for Meme, 1.2 million for Alex, separated by 900 points. Jagged piece burst for Alex T, but he still finds a way to survive temporarily, but Meme has closed the gap to under a Tetris, and she's Tetris ready. Oh my gosh!
It's only a Galaxy gets a dirty Tetris. Both of these players have clutched up every move so far. Meme is only behind by a Tetris.
Voiding trying to take certain burns, needs this long bar, a 40-piece drought. Well is covered, well is reopened, gets the long bar, knocks out a Tetris, clutching things out as Meme is now up at top. Now is kind of in a similar situation as Alex T, but is finding the right burns. Alex T has closed the gap down to 40,000 points, just under a Tetris, and Meme is doing the best that she can. The down stack, that split triple is going to help bring the stack back into a diggable position. And now Meme can breathe a little bit.
Oh my goodness, Alex T clinging to a tiny lead, and oh my goodness, Meme takes the lead.
It is February 15th at 12:50 p.m. in San Jose, California. The third round of qualifiers for the Genesis X2 Open Championship, the biggest event before the Classic Tetris World Championship 2025, are about to begin. 4 players take the stage. Knight, coming all the way from Canada. TetrisTime, longtime player and now tapper converted to a roller. Zrobot, the 9-year-old DAS and rolling prodigy in every sense of the word. And Meme, another longtime player that has been rolling for years. A stacked and promising lineup for sure, but this 1-hour qualifier, a seemingly trivial part of the tournament, would be the start of the most dominant tournament run ever. A tournament run that might not ever get replicated. This is the story of the flawless Tetris tournament. The Genesis X2 Open Championship was a big deal. In the realms of the Classic Tetris World Championship, it is one of, if not the biggest open playstyle event outside the World Championship itself. Not only would the prize pool be the biggest of any regional event in 2025 so far, but it also features skilled players across all playstyles. Participating in this tournament, you had the reigning world champion Alex T, the Genesis X champion, and the 2023 World Champion Fractal as 2 immediate heavyweights, but you also had top rollers playing as well. For example, RedShurt ranked number 22 at the time of the premiere poll, TetrisTime ranked number 21, Knight ranked number 17, and Meme ranked number 3. The qualifying system consisted of the number of maxes or scores reaching or exceeding 999,999 within an hour time period. This determined both seeding and if you made the gold bracket or not. And so qualifying would begin at 10:30 a.m. Fractal in the first group would end up getting 7 maxes with a next highest score, or kicker, being 783,000, already setting the bar high with only 2 games away from the perfect hour qualifier. The next session would begin an hour later, featuring the current world champ, Alex T, and top 25 player RedShurt. RedShurt would get 5 maxes and a 992 kicker, but Alex T would match Fractal for 7 maxes, but would have a lower kicker at 640,000. As it stood right now, Fractal was at seed 1 and Alex T was at seed 2. If these seeds held, that would mean that the 2 world champions wouldn't meet each other until the finals, which could be a repeat of last year's Genesis event. And given that they both got 7, that would be incredibly hard to beat. 2 games off of a perfect hour qual? But just because something is improbable, doesn't mean that it's impossible. Zrobot, TetrisTime, Knight, and Meme would take the stage. But what we didn't know at the time was that Meme didn't go into the qualifier entirely comfortable.
So okay, a little bit of a deep dark secret. When I was doing the qual, I was kind of hungover. Like, I was pretty hungover during that qualifier. and so when I was practicing beforehand, I was panicking. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do well.
But after that first game,
Or Meme.
I'm looking forward to getting beat by someone a fifth of my age.
Oh, not quite. Not quite.
There it is. Max number 1.
something changed.
Then I started off with that insane max out on 26, and I was like, wait, this could be something special.
From that moment forward, the floodgates were open.
The triple, that'll
There it
definitely
is.
do it. Bam, Tetris max number 2 for Meme.
And hot.
1 away, Meme. There's another max
Another
for Meme.
one. There's a Tetris, that is 1
There it
million.
is, number 4.
There it is.
And number 5.
And set up
And
yeah, there it
boom,
is.
nicely done. We'll struggle there.
there
And
it
max
is.
out number 7.
Game 8 begins. 10 minutes on the clock, enough time for 2 games. one more max solidifies Meme in first seed. One more max will get Meme closer to that elusive 9 max qual. But first, Meme must...
Time has 3 maxes and a
TetrisTime having a
board.
left well. Bar will get the bar and we'll cross 500,000.
I don't want to start early. No throwaways, no nothing. I fills it in, knocks down a Tetris. There it is, number 8.
It's official. First seed is now Meme's, but that's not enough. Meme wants more. The perfect qualifier was possible, and just one game away. Only one other player has gotten 9 maxes in an hour qualifier, and that would be 2-time world champion Dog playing Tetris. But the thing is, this can be even better. You see, Dog's perfect qual was 9 maxes. There was no kicker, no second highest score. Furthermore, although it is verified that Dog got 9 maxes at the Heart of Texas qualifier in 2024, there isn't full video proof because of tech issues with the live stream during the first 2 maxes. So not only does Meme have 2 minutes and 34 seconds left, but now the full perfect qualifier could be fully saved. All Meme has to do is set a kicker.
So if she can max this last game out.
And then max one more time.
One more line, and if it's a Tetris, that's it. There it is! 9!
Oh, the greatest 1-hour qualifying run in CTWC history, Meme.
And with that, history has been made. Meme has officially gotten the perfect qual. 9 maxes, 2,539 point kicker. A world record was set in the qualifying stage of the tournament. Alex T and Fractal were now on a crash course to run into each other in the semis instead of the finals. The rest of the quals started to trickle in. TetrisTime and Knight qualifying on stage would get 4 and 5 maxes respectively. The last session would also come and go, with 4 more players getting maxes. Lesbian Sword Fighting, yes, that's their IGN, would get 1. Oscar would get 2, Tyler 3, and I myself would get 5, netting myself 6 seed. The bracket has finally been set. 4 hours and 49 maxes across 11 players later, and it's finally time to start tournament play. But unlike last year, all matches this year were a best of 5, meaning longer matches, which is a detail that I want you to remember. Tournament play starts and Meme goes up against the 16th seed Ninjas. And although Ninja put up a valiant effort, Meme swiftly advances to top 8 with a sweep and a 100% level 19 transition rate. That small detail becomes important later. The bracket continues to progress, and now the top 8 has been decided. On the upper side of the bracket, Meme has to go through Oscar and then the winner of Knight vs RedShurt, 2 top 25 players. Meme now plays Oscar and is already pushed quite hard in the first game. Oscar forced both of them to go to kill screen play, and Meme had some stellar survival with a bad board to keep Oscar under pressure.
Gets the burn for the max out, but now is in a desperate situation. Oh, that Spire is nasty in the middle of the board for Meme, but still surviving despite the board state. Meme's able to get a double. Got the S to the left to open up the well. It has brought the board down. Oscar in the meantime on kill screen, 906, 100k behind, but those midshots are going to be fatal. Oscar is done. Meme is also done with 100,000 ahead.
Eventually, Meme takes game 1. Game 2, Oscar steps up his game and, once again, forces Meme to play 29. After building too high, Oscar immediately tops out with just over a 2 Tetris lead, and Meme is forced to complete a chase down with a board that's not entirely comfortable.
But Oscar's not able to salvage the board, and Meme is, so Meme is in chase down mode, needs to get to 1.198. 1 Tetris would be enough, but obviously the strategy here is to just take the lines. Alright, just 25,000 points to go. Now in level 30, the board's still tricky. Alright, Meme's starting to get the board lower and lower. All right, nice triple. Just a couple more lines. Oh, Meme sets up a Tetris. Gets the Tetris! And that will be enough to complete the chase down. Meme now up 2-0.
But is done anyways. Meme goes up 2-0. Game 3 goes to yet another kill screen, but it's swiftly in for Oscar, allowing Meme to win the match 3-0 yet again. So far, 0 games dropped. 100% level 19 transition rate and 100% level 29 transition rate. Now, it wasn't an easy match for me, but it still was able to take each game with superior 29 playability. After a hard-fought decider, which might actually deserve a video of its own, Knight is the player to advance to play Meme in the semis. The first semi is played between Alex T and Fractal, in which Alex T would get revenge on Fractal, winning 3-1, advancing to the finals, showcasing incredible level 29 survival and seemingly in top form, leaving only one match in the tournament left before the finals, Meme versus Knight. Game 1 starts, and it's the first time all tournament long that Meme was pushed this hard. Knight kept the pressure up all game long, having both a better level 18 and post-transition play. But things get interesting as soon as we reach level 28, as boards get uncomfortable and uncomfortable fast.
That's going to be a triple, so has one line to go. Knight also 30 Tetris.
One Tetris lead for Knight heading into double transition.
Nicely done. Both players bring the stack down to the bottom. Knight holding on to the lead just barely. And those a couple misdrops over there for Knight.
You don't want to build a Tetris well on the left at 29 speed.
And right now, Knight with that hang, I think that's going to be fatal. And yeah, that's the top out for Knight. So Meme has to do a chase down. It's not over. It's not over. Meme needs a Tetris. 1 million. Oh, gets the long bar just in time. Game 1 goes to Meme.
And probably Meme's most tense game 1 of the tournament, victory is barely claimed with a well-timed bar as soon as the board was getting very high. Game 2, Knight had an early post-transition top out. Game 3, Meme puts the match away as Knight is unable to do anything with that board going into 29. Meme is now a finalist and goes to play the World Champion. Another 3-0 sweep, 100% level 19 transition rate, and 100% level 29 transition rate. But now, going into the finals, this is going to be Meme's toughest opponent yet, Alex T. When we talk about some of his achievements, he's last year's finalist, the 4th Game Crasher, first to reach level 235 and 10 million points with a PB of over 16 million. That's more than double Meme's PB at the time. But at the same time, Meme is not only a game crasher as well, but also just set a world record earlier this day, and has yet to drop a single game. In fact, looking at this match, it should have been even, because the stat line is insane. Both of these players have 100% level 19 and level 29 transition rates, but the average 19 transition score and average 29 transition score are both in Meme's favor by about 2 Tetrises each. But you can also see that this graphic illustrates something clear. Meme is on the verge of something historic, and the only person that can stand in the way is last year's Genesis X finalist, the current world champion, Alex T. Game 1 begins, and it's a nail-biter from the start. Back and forth lead changes for both players, staying within the 1 to 2 Tetrises of each other, maybe even less at the majority of it. This high intensity keeps up all the way until level 29, in which we see a whole nother gear of insanity to be put on display.
Really have kept up this entire time.
Meme goes to 29. Alex T can go to 29, 1 Tetris higher. And there it is, a Tetris for Alex T. 1.3 million in the 29. Meme at 1.27.
She's playing as aggressively as she can. Some misdrops from Alex T, but he gets the line piece down. Another Tetris from Meme.
And this Spire in the center is difficult for Alex T to handle, but he's finding a way to bring the stack down. Alex T still in the lead as Meme, with a couple of misdrops of her own, is able to bring the stack down. Now both players down stacking Alex T. Oh my gosh!
It's only a Alex T gets a dirty Tetris.
He has to, good pieces for the flat burns. Needs an eyepiece, a square burst at possibly the wrong time. But Alex T is surviving. He's only in the lead by a Tetris. He would love an eyepiece, but we're running into a drought. And nice 5-tap over there for Alex T. Still keeping hope alive. Oh my gosh, this dig is phenomenal.
Both of these players have clutched up every move so far. Meme is only behind by a Tetris.
Alex T with another misdrop. Could that be fatal? Oh, he gets the O piece all the way over. What the heck? Alex T still surviving, but those jagged pieces are spelling disaster. Could this be it? Could Alex T's survival come to an end? He finds one more line, and he tops it at 1.42 million. But now Meme now has a chase down. She is also in trouble as well. Actually, no, the board's back under control. All that chaos culminating in quiet now. 1,421,000 is the score Meme is looking for.
Meme knows what she has to do. It's just a few singles away. Does have a misdrop that shouldn't be anywhere near fatal, but has to clutch up these final couple moves. Just
7,000 points is needed.
4, 2, 1.
One more line should do it. That double is good enough. Meme takes game number 1.
In the most ludicrous Game 1 of the tournament, Meme is able to pull off the kill screen chase down, not only keeping the undefeated streak alive, but gaining a massive boost in momentum. But Alex T is not one to let one win demoralize him. In fact, he bounces back and bounces back hard, builds up a lead of around 80k and was able to maintain most of that lead all the way into level 29. Once again, Meme is at a disadvantage. But this time, Alex T maintains the lead to around mid kill screen. But then, trouble arises.
Meme wants to close this gap. Alex T does not want to provide the opportunity. Meme slams down a Tetris. Alex T ready, slams down another Tetris. 100,000 point lead for Alex.
Set up for another one, but no, that left side knocks down a Tetris, and no way. Is he going for the left wall Tetris? No, he's just going to, oh, he hangs.
Oh my goodness, he's got to dig out of this.
And another misdrop. Can he get the 5-tap or go? Oh no, another jagged piece burst for Alex T, but he still finds a way to survive temporarily. But Meme is closing the gap to under a Tetris, and she's Tetris ready. Holding up in the long bar, Alex T is surviving the best that he can.
Oh my goodness, Alex T clinging to a tiny lead, and oh my goodness, Meme takes the lead.
We're at level 36. Alex T not able to get that piece all the way over to the left, and there's the top out. The one decision to go for the left low Tetris backfires. Meme, game 2 is taken and is one step away from winning our Genesis event.
So not only did Meme pull off the comeback actively while Alex T was doing some stupid survival, but Meme would drop a 1.7 million score after all is said and done. Game 2 was snatched out of Alex T's hands, and Meme is now only one game away from making history. One game away from etching this tournament run as one of the greatest runs of all time. One run that will likely never get replicated. Game 3 is a different story. This time it's Alex T on the ropes. Meme is locked in. Closing in on the level 29 transition, Meme has a 100,000 point lead on Alex T, looking to put this away.
Crowd is hitting these players hard, and it continues to grow. Alex T is up rather high, waiting on the long bar. A couple misdrops from Meme. Alex T avoiding trying to take certain burns, needs this long bar. A 40-piece drought. Well is covered. Well is reopened. Gets the long bar, knocks down a Tetris, clutching things out as Meme is now up at top. Now is kind of in a similar situation as Alex T, but is finding the right burns. Alex T is closed the gap down to 40,000 points, just under a Tetris, and Meme is doing the best that she can. The down stack, that split triple is going to help bring the stack back into a diggable position. And now Meme can breathe a little bit. Not a lot, but a little. Nice spin over there from Alex T, and Meme is down all the way back to the bottom. What a down stack. What a dig from Meme.
What masterful survival of a terrible drought, and both these players now just a Tetris apart, barreling towards the 39 thrill screen. Here we go.
But despite all that amazing survival we witnessed from Alex T all tournament long, it seems like that fire is starting to be extinguished.
Behind in terms of level, but oh man, these pieces are rough. Now Alex T, oh, that misdrop.
Oh no, this could be it. This could be the tournament on the line, and Meme is gonna take game 3.
Meme with another sweep is your Genesis 2025 champion.
Meme has done it. One arguably one of the most stacked tournaments of this year so far, but it's a bit more than that. Let me lay it out for you. First, Meme achieved a flawless qualifier, 9 maxes and a kicker, a world record to start the day. Then, Meme proceeded to fight through challenging match after challenging match, not only without dropping a single game, but also by never having an early top out on level 18 or not taking a necessary game to level 29. Furthermore, Meme dominated the statistics by having better metrics than everyone else in the tournament, and it's not like Meme was playing supremely inferior players. Oh no, Meme was pushed early on by Oscar, had to play Knight, who was ranked number 17, and had to play the World Champ, all without dropping a game. What you just saw was the flawless Tetris tournament, and something like this is going to be pretty damn hard to replicate. It's a tournament run that deserves to be remembered, because not only will a player have to play a flawless qualifier in whatever qual system is being used, but would also have to fight through a bracket without a single game being dropped. And while the qualifying aspect makes a flawless tournament nigh impossible to replicate, the same can't be said for a perfect tournament, and Alex T would have something to say about that at the World Championships. But that's a video for another day. Thank you so much for watching. Before you go, if you could leave a like if you liked it and subscribe for more videos like this, I'd greatly appreciate it. Now before I conclude, I want to make something clear with how I interpreted this particular tournament run, because I will be making a video on Alex T's CTWC run too. The biggest distinction of this video was that it was flawless in all aspects of the tournament, qualifying and match play, which I personally consider to hold just a little bit more weight than just a perfect run. 9 is the most amount of maxes that you can get in an hour qualifier, meaning that if you got 9 maxes, your qualifier was flawless. Combine that with Meme's tournament run, and we don't have just a perfect tournament, but a flawless one. With that being said, thanks again for watching. The video was released early on my Patreon and my channel members, so if you want to support more narrative videos on the Tetris scene like this, then you can support via those avenues. Alternatively, you can do a one-time donation through my Ko-fi, which will be linked down in the description below. That being said, leave a like if you liked the video, comment down what your favorite part of Meme's tournament run was. I know people are going to have hindsight as like, well, Alex T had the perfect run. Yeah, we'll get to that later, but for now, I want to hear your thoughts on Meme's tournament run and what you thought about it. And of course, subscribe for more content just like this. I'm your favorite underwater host, Sharky, and I'll see you in the next video here on my channel.